Good early evening, everyone. T-Speaker 222 XRP Future Millionaire with the side bet on XLM and Future Digibyte OG. So, when we have a crash in markets, no, we're not playing sunny days, ladies and gentlemen. I played that at the end of my last video if you would like to hear sunny days. But, this is what we play. Oh, yes. Markets are crashing. Crypto's crashing. Who could have called this? So, let's take a moment. Hit that subscribe button. We just went over 3,115. We just hit 3,000 subscribers. And this is no joke. On Sunday. So, we've got 115 subscribers in the last 2.5 days. Absolutely killing it with the outpouring of support. We very well could get to 5,000 subscribers by the end of the year. That would be absolutely phenomenal. So, thank you for that. Also, if you want to check out my Swing Traders Anonymous, I created that page four days ago on YouTube. And that just went over 300 subscribers already in the first 3.5 days. So it's unbelievable. So I appreciate all the support. If you want to donate or join Tom's Army, those links are in the description. And also, getting the bills paid for real quick. Twitter. You can join my Twitter. A lot of you guys have not. But in 4 days, we're about 150 followers strong. I'd appreciate if you guys join my Twitter and retweet my YouTube on the Twitter so that we can grow this channel even faster. Now that all that bullshit's out of the way, we don't got time for anything else. And if you don't like that, you don't like me advertising my stuff, you don't like the ISO, you don't like the ISO 20022 coins, which includes Algo and IOTA and Doge and XRP, XLM and XDC and ADA. If you don't like those coins, well, you can get the fuck out. Especially if you're trying to disrupt the community, because we have a very tight-knit community. I'm the only person you will ever see on YouTube who goes through, takes away the spam, and answers every single question individually. And I do it on the drop of a hat. There's no waiting an hour or two unless I'm sleeping. It's right away. So consider that if it's your first time in the channel. This is unlike anything you've ever seen. So, like I said, XRP, we went over this. You'll see my line when it comes back out. I don't know what's taking so long. Unless, oh, yeah, we dropped so far. I forgot. That line right there I drew, it's got a 3-point confirmation on the daily. We got to go back. We're going to go on the daily, though, ladies and gentlemen. So, 3-point confirmation of a descending pattern. We hit a 4th right here, but we shot over it. Which said if we could ride the top side of this and close a daily above this line, we can make another move up. And that's why I said 150 could be in play, because we broke this line. But we closed the daily yesterday under it. And now, once again, today, it looks like we're going to close it under it again, and it's coming down even farther. And I told you $1.08 would probably be in play. We went through the scenario and I showed you every reason why. And $1.35 is what you want to close over. You could close at $1.30 on the daily, but if you close a daily at like the $1.35 level, that's obviously showing some volume over the $1.30. So that would be a great spot to make even a swing before because the patterns don't lie, ladies and gentlemen. These don't lie. Even if we want them to lie, they don't lie. The only thing this could do is go up to $1.50 possibly. If it made a daily close, just by the way the pattern looks. But it's already rounding the top, ladies and gentlemen. You can see it in the 4-hour. In the 3-hour, it becomes even more. We're making the right shoulder. In the 2-hour, we're extended. In the 1-hour, it's just consolidating, and now it continued farther down. And it's continuing to hold true, ladies and gentlemen. And this is why I keep warning of a crash. Because now some people were buying it at $1.35. From $1.35 to here, is that enough of a crash? I mean, we're talking right now 5.92% on 6.9 cents. So on 7 cents, we're talking about 6%. Well, unfortunately, we're down 24 cents from the top. Which puts some people down 18 to 20% already. They might as well just fucking quit in crypto. They're not going to be buying XRP when it gets to the bottom. They're probably going to take their money and run and say, fuck this. That's why you have to be transparent when you're doing this. You can't just always say it's going to the moon. I didn't talk crash for over 2 weeks almost because I knew we were in a good situation. always being cautious of the crash, but knowing that we still had to run up. Now we're at that point where we have to be more than cautious. We have to prepare. And if we're making swing trades, like I said yesterday, we got to make them at the right spots. Doge very well could be one that's coming to the right spot, ladies and gentlemen. I believe this is what Doge is doing, and I said this a long time ago. And a lot of people have made a lot of money on Doge because I've been telling you guys to buy since 19 cents. And then I would tell you every breakout spot, and I've had 2 or 3 breakout alerts for Doge at 20% or more, and they've all hit. Doge has been very kind to me as well. I just didn't get in for the whole thing. But I've had a separate run on Doge and Matic that has been very kind to me in the last week. So now we have to see, because I believe in the daily. Doge is not done. I don't. Even if the rest of crypto's done, I believe Doge has a date with 45 cents. I can't help it. But for that to be true, I also know we need a significant pullback. And in my opinion, you see how we hung right here? I believe we have to come back to right here and prove... No, not that part. Where was it at? That's the 29. It is somewhere in here, like 26. Yeah, it is right here. The 26.5 right here. I think if it comes down here, and then this is what it would look like with Doge. Comes back, and it's consolidating in that kind of pennant flag. And then it shoots up. That's what I really... If it does that, guys, I'm all in on Doge at 26.5. Not even 26.5. If it came down to 28, I'm starting to buy in. Because on this pattern, I just feel like Doge... I told you, it's on an inverted head and shoulders, and we can go back in the path. Long before this ever started, I circled it and pointed it out and told you every reason why this was an inverted head and shoulders. And now we're seeing it, guys. And look. Right? And if this does come down, I'm telling you, this would be considered the right shoulder likely. Comes up, right? And this, the left shoulder, just follow me. The left shoulder, the indent is way over here, guys. And if we're using this whole side as a left shoulder, that means we have to come back to 44 cents. That's where it started. The shoulder's here, but that would mean the hips up in this area where you come down to the rest of the pattern. So it's very, very intriguing. And for every reason that you're seeing right now is why I wanted to get in and has been in it for some time in different positions. But I also have a gut feeling it's going to 45 cents, but it would also have to retrace. Like I'm saying, guys, the way we're retracing right now, if Bitcoin just helps us out a little bit, and this does get down to 28 cents, I'm telling you guys, I think this still has to swing like I showed, and I think it has to swing around and finish this cup and handle, but it can't go up from where it's at. It needs more consolidation because it already tried from this level and it failed. That's what yesterday was. It tried, it failed. And now for it to succeed, and yes, guys, even though this is an XRP page, I talk about Doge a lot because I like Doge. I know a lot of people don't, but I do. So if you don't like Doge, get the fuck out. Well, I mean, don't get the fuck out because you obviously like XRP, but I'm saying don't be a dick about it. So that's what I think is going to happen. And guys, I've been right every step of the way with Doge, including the retracement to the next breakout from 28.5 cents. I just fell asleep a half hour, 45 minutes before it happened at 2:15 a.m. my time. But like Ken says, that's no excuse. I should have stayed up because I knew which part of the pattern it was in. So that's what I'm looking for, ladies and gentlemen. And wouldn't it be great if it dumped off right before 8 o'clock? So this is why I'm the best in the business, ladies and gentlemen. I tell you every time before it's going to dump. Every single time I give you a warning. Just so you don't have to get caught in the shitstorm. T-Speak at 222 XRP Future Millionaire with the side bet on XLM and Future Digibite OG. We're going to touch XLM real quick because we're on this ascending pattern. Let me get some of this FUD out of here for some of you new timers, or if it's your first time to the channel. And you guys will come to know I love covering XRP, but I also love covering XLM and my baby, the most underrated of them all, DGB. So the short-term trend, it fell outside of. So that is something, you know, for the short term is a bit alarming, which means it's not the end of the world. But what it means is now we have to come back down here. And this is why I like to do it myself. And people will be like, oh, you shit. Why don't you use the blah? Why aren't you trying to compete? I'd like to do it like this for the every man and woman. So likely, guys, if you look at this uptrending where it's going to have to go, it probably would have to come down to about 32 cents before it could have some kind of bounce. And then it could try to get back. And now you have, ready, upper support, which was using as support. Now it's resistance. So if it bounces down here to 34, you could expect a nice, healthy bounce, at least back up to the top, which could get you back up to 39 cents. If not further. That's what I'm saying. There could be a huge bounce possibility because I think, you know, you could have a huge big top up here. I really do. So that's why I'm looking for these perfect bounce points. So if you see 32 cent XLM, I'm going to put it down. But again, guys, this is why you should be joining, subscribing, and sharing this channel far and wide. Because you won't. I hear a lot of people talk about a lot of channels. I go and watch some of these people. They don't do what I do. They bring out technical analysis, but they don't do what I do. They don't. I haven't seen one person who does what I do. Vincenzo's Gold Crypto Investing is the closest. So we're looking for a bounce down to 32 cents to do what I'm talking about. The apex is somewhere around 32.6 and 33 cents. And then with DGB, because we got some DGB lovers out here, that's where I'm looking at a bounce for DGB if it went to the top end when people were asking. But I also said it could fall back down into here, which would be the descending pattern. So now if it comes down here, it has a possibility it could drop right to 5.7 before it would ever make any kind of a bounce. So if we're looking at this logically, if it breaks down through here like it looks like it is on this uptrending for the first time in a long time, actually, we're going to draw the line here just so we can see. That's the 5.7 line. So about 5.7, yeah, that matches up pretty good. But I would actually move it up because that might be hopeful. If you could get it somewhere in here and it's going to show some kind of support, you could get the bounce back up to here like I was saying before. And now you're riding this area in here. Ends up becoming your ascending wedge again once you get back into there, if you can hold this level, because right now we're technically in that level. So then if that becomes an ascending wedge, I'll show you exactly what to expect for in DGB so you don't have to wonder. So if this ends up being an ascending wedge, if it comes in here and holds, you would end up doing something like this. You'd bounce in here, and then you would have the top end potential of bouncing up here again and capitalizing on the double top. And that's what we're watching for. So if you can get 6 cents, 5.8. Apparently the apex from what I'm drawing in here is about 5.8. If you want to wait to there, it's 5.4. But I would say the apex is we would do something like this, come under, come back up, and then we'd probably shoot up if we were going to. But it's very dangerous right now because Bitcoin can't seem to hold its level. It tried to go back to 45, and it just has no strength, ladies and gentlemen. So pay attention to these crashes because these flash crashes are going to keep happening. Stay blessed, all.